For the reader familiar with analytical psychology, there is no need for any introductory remarks to the subject of the following study. But for the reader whose interest is not professional and who comes to this book unprepared, some kind of preface will probably be necessary. The concepts of alchemy and the individuation process are matters that seem to lie very far apart, so that the imagination finds it impossible at first to conceive of any bridge between them. To this reader, I owe an explanation. What I now have to put forward as regards to the nature of the human psyche is based first and foremost on my observations of people. It has been objected that these observations deal with experiences that are either unknown or barely accessible. It is a remarkable fact, which we will come across again and again, that absolutely everybody, even the most unqualified layman, thinks he knows all about psychology, as though the psyche were something that enjoyed the most universal understanding. But anyone who really knows the human psyche will agree with me when I say that it is one of the darkest and most mysterious regions of our experience. There is no end to what can be learned in this field. Hardly a day passes in my practice, but I come across something new and unexpected. True enough, my experiences are not commonplaces lying on the surface of life. They are, however, within easy reach of every psychotherapist working in this particular field. It is therefore rather absurd, to say the least, that ignorance of the experiences I have to offer should be twisted into an accusation against me. I do not hold myself responsible for the shortcomings in the lay public's knowledge of psychology. There is in the analytical process, that is to say, in the dialectical discussion between the conscious mind and the unconscious, a development of an advance towards some goal or end, the perplexing nature of which has engaged my attention for many years. Psychological treatment may come to an end at any stage in the development, without one's always or necessarily having the feeling that a goal has also been reached. Typical and temporary terminations may occur after receiving a piece of good advice, after making a fairly complete but nevertheless adequate confession, after having recognized some hitherto unconscious but essential psychic content, whose realization gives a new impetus on one's life and activity, after a hard-won separation from the childhood psyche, after having worked out a new and rational mode of adaptation to perhaps difficult or unusual circumstances and surroundings, after the disappearance of painful symptoms, after some positive turn of fortune such as an examination, engagement, marriage, divorce, change of profession, etc., after having found one's way back to the church or creed to which one previously belonged, or after a conversion, and finally, after having begun to build up a practical philosophy of life, a philosophy in the classical sense of the word.